I'm going on another first date. Yeah, I'm dating. I've been dating a couple years now. And it's different than it used to be back the last time I was dating, which was a couple decades ago.
Men don't like women. His married friends don't like their wives. I've been saying this for years. And listen, I love men. Good men. I love good men that are real men, but the rest of them, I'm like, ugh.
You are not in love with them after 4 dates. You just think you are.
I am just done dating. I've been divorced for 14 years, and the spaces between dating are getting longer and longer because it's just not worth it.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we have an absolutely hilarious video here for you from Insolent Audits titled 19 minutes of older women realizing they are not wanted anymore and crying on social media. So we're going to be kicking it off with this woman right here, who is dating at 60 years of age. Yes, you heard that correctly. Dating at 60 years of age, still trying to find her Prince Charming. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Hi, Kaya Tribe. So I'm going on another first date. Yeah, I'm dating. I've been dating a couple years now. And it's different than it used to be back the last time I was dating, which was a couple decades ago. And I'm getting used to it. I'm getting the hang of it. I've had several first dates, only a couple second dates, and I've been ghosted and gaslighted, and I have a matchmaker, and I've been called by matchmakers. I have done a lot of the online stuff. I've bumped into people. I've hopefully kindly turned some offers down. And yeah, so I'm out here dating and have another first date tonight. And I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of having fun with the dating thing. I mean, ideally, I'd like to be in a partnership, right? But I'm enjoying the process, which is cool. So anyway, just touching base. Namaste.
Why is it that I kind of don't buy the statement of her claiming she is enjoying the dating process when she said she has been ghosted and is using a matchmaker? Honey, that is like saying you enjoy the process of surgery without anesthesia. I mean, unless she is being paired up with beta imp chumps in her age range, I don't think the carousel ride is running at full power. No offense given here to this grand elder post-wall queen, but exactly what is she going to offer men her age that a young woman can't offer? And I mean, what the men are going to value.
Now that's a lot of damage!
She said it herself. She is going on another first date with only a few second dates after years of dating. Oh, and let me help her out here. The reason dating this far post-wall smashing is different from a few decades ago for her is for the simple fact that the men she is attracted to are attracted to younger women. Cue the shaming language.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This is the part where those women going on that roast beef energy high will come in to tell men how wrong they are for being attracted to younger women, call them nasty names for ignoring this queen, and say they can't do anything without a blue pill. To that I say, even with the blue pill, you can't do anything with a rough, dry desert. But the younger women still have a refreshing, cool beach to offer that blue pill to enjoy.
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you.
Let me get this straight. That woman was 60 years of age. She is still out there dating. She's been dating for 2 years, still hasn't found anybody, which it's funny because even at 60 years of age, she could find and have all of these different suitors, but none of them were up to her standards. So she's been dating for 2 years at 58 years of age, and she's complaining that it's not like when she was dating when she was younger. Some of these women are so incredibly lost that I don't even know what to say. Okay, what, did you expect things to be the same? Did you expect to return to dating like, you know, you were 20 years old and things would be the same? Not only are you 60 years of age now, but things are different in this time because chivalry is dead, and a lot of these modern women contributed in killing it. So let's continue.
You are not in love with them after 4 dates. You just think you are. So there's a lovely woman on the internet. I adore her. She's fabulous. And she just did a video and said, oh my God, it's been 4 dates and I'm in love and he feels like home, which is a big warning flag, especially if you grew up in an unhealthy, trauma, toxic home. That home is just familiarity. But here are the 4 tips that you should take a look at before you think you're madly in love. Trust me, been there, done that. Number 1, you're not in love with them until you've traveled with them. Number 2, you're not in love with them till money's involved and you see how they handle it. Number 3, you're for sure not in love with them until you see how they behave when they're pissed off, angry, frustrated, and what they do with their emotions. And number 4, you're really not in love with them until you've lived with them and you see that down and dirty, nitty gritty. If you want more love tips, I've got a free Facebook group. DM me on Instagram, swipe. We're doing a swipe party this week.
That was some primetime advice, but let's be honest, that falls way more in line with men than it does women. Oh, ladies, you don't agree. Okay, let's do a comparison with her numbers. 1, until you've traveled with him. Okay, ladies, remind us all who is expected to pay for the bulk of the travel expenses again. I mean, if you aren't paying for the trip, you really have minimal say. 2, until money is involved. Oh, how men in their 50s have heard this one over and over. Sorry, Queens, but it's no secret to men. The reason money management is so important to women over 50 is because his money will become our money. And mama needs a brand new retirement plan. 3, see how they behave when they are angry. Yep, because that's when the female rage fifis come out where she starts swinging, hitting you, breaking your things, then calls the cops on you and you get arrested. Just ask Johnny Depp if that ever happened. 4, live with them. This will show all those kings out there. It's risky living with a woman, even if you aren't married, because of common law, and you run the risk of her getting you arrested when she feels like it. Women look for love, men look for logic. You decide which lasts longer. Moving on.
It's crazy how these women who are older, so let's go back. This woman right here has become a dating coach. Okay, I swear this happens like on every second video we cover these days. But it's interesting how the women fail their relationships or they fail their marriages. They return to dating when they're significantly older. They complain about the things that are happening now in dating, i.e. that men don't want to commit to them anymore. And they fail at getting commitment from men, basically, and then they become dating coaches. They become people on the internet that are selling access to like Facebook groups and things like this, trying to give advice when they themselves don't even have a boyfriend. They don't have a long-term partner. They don't have a husband, but they're just teaching other women their terrible beliefs and leading other women down ridiculous paths. Okay, I particularly dislike this part here. Look, you can say that she perhaps has some credence here when she's talking about, you want to see how a man reacts emotionally to things and whatever the case may be, just so you can understand that he's not volatile and unsafe. Sure, whatever. But this second point here is crazy, isn't it? Number 2, you're not going to love them until money's involved. Couldn't have said it better myself. Like, it's just crazy how men are expected to provide all of this crap, and the thing that they get in return is like some woman over the age of 50 who's crying and complaining on the internet about not being loved and all of this nonsense when they've passed up all of the good men in their past. It's absolutely ridiculous to expect men to, dare I say, settle for women like you. Let's continue.
Hey y'all, so that young man I just stitched brought up an amazing point, and I'm so happy to hear a man admit to this and say this out loud. So go back and watch his original video, but he did a thing and he found out that, men don't like women. His married friends don't like their wives. I've been saying this for years, and listen, I love men, good men. I love good men that are real men, but the rest of them, I'm like, ugh. One of the things I discovered years and decades ago, actually, is that
this woman's already annoying me. It's been like 10 seconds and my blood pressure has already gone up. I can see why men don't like this particular woman or don't want to be in a committed relationship with her, because I think we're actually around 10 seconds in. And, I find my attention veering off elsewhere because I sincerely just don't want to listen to what she has to say.
men don't really like women. So many men, their wives. If you ever like in the workplace, and you hear a dude talking about his wife, it's always very disparaging comments. It's like crazy. It's like, bruh, do you not even like your wife? What the men don't like women. This is totally my conjecture, so do with this what you will. A lot of times men don't like women because we're not men. They want men. but they can't admit it due to societal pressures. So many men, I just want to go up to them and say, dude, just say that you're gay. Like, it's okay, it's all right. But they can't, and they feel pressured, so they blame us because they can't be who they really are. That's conjecture number one. Number two, the men that actually do get married, again, this is not all men, but this is a huge majority of them, feel trapped. They feel trapped in a marriage. They really don't want to do it.
Are any of my male viewers surprised that this strong, decades post-war queen did the typical thing of lumping men who are tired of their wives nagging in with the most extreme of male offenders, label it as the majority of men, and call them homosexual?
Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
Yeah, I am not surprised either. Listen, Queens, let me make this clear to all of you. And I really don't care if she was talking only in the context of black men, because what I am about to say is 100% truth that is not limited to skin pigmentation. Just because a married man doesn't want to hear a woman's constant nagging, he doesn't want to engage in her daily fights, he doesn't want to keep repeating to a woman what he said, not what she feels he meant by his words, or he doesn't want to constantly tackle your unpredictable extreme emotional shifts, does not mean he wants to be married to a man or that he is homosexual. In a nutshell, regardless of the color of a man's skin, he doesn't want some woman he needs to handle on the daily. He wants peace when he comes home from his struggles to provide for his family. Just because he wants tranquility does not mean he despises his wife. Note how this queen took any kind of venting a man does at work, turned it into an extreme prejudice situation, and then women can't figure out why men don't talk to them about their problems.
All the world owes me a living. Little I don't know that alone.
They want to be free, but they're doing their societal duty, so to speak, in being married. So, of course, they resent their wife for taking away their freedom. Men also want to everything that moves. Again, not all, but a whole lot of them. So they resent their wife for not allowing them to go a bunch of and have to uphold their marriage. Men resent women once they have babies. Oh my God. Once women become mothers, why do you think it is so prevalent in America specifically, but it happens other places too? Why is it so prevalent that men be unaliving their entire families? The kids, the wife, what have you? Because he hates them, period. Your daddy probably hates your mama, your daddy hates you, your brothers hate you, your brothers hate your girlfriend, the men around you, the women around them. And if y'all don't believe me, then let's do a test. Going forward, whenever you're around men, around your guy friends, or if you're married or whatever, just close your mouth, but open your ears and listen to the rhetoric that they say. Start looking at, God, just look at social media comments to tell you how much men hate women. It is absolutely abhorrent. So I want you ladies to take this information, keep that in mind, and those of y'all that don't want marriage and don't want babies, be resolute in your decisions because you're not missing anything.
Actually, men who get married and build themselves up and value high enough start to resent the fact that if they step out on their wives with other women, it can cost them heavily in divorce. At the same time, if a woman steps out on her husband who has built himself up, she gets a cash payout on her exit. How is that awesomely fair again? This is why channels like this one exist, to educate younger men not to make the same mistakes older men made, running in blind into the legal confines of marriage without thinking it through or legally protecting themselves. I love the fact that this excellent example of projection just threw out the extremely rare case of men committing filicide. Studies have noted that mothers commit filicide more often than fathers. Link in the description. But let's ignore that small detail. Using our own examples tied in with that study and the fact that women initiate 70% plus of all divorces, I think it's clear who doesn't like whom in the relationship. Let's not forget, it's all these outstanding XX chromosome members of society that are the ones telling men to man up and put a ring on it.
Just by the way, guys, as well, on this whole thing here, I find it funny that she brings up the fact that she sees a lot of social media comments of men not liking women. And I go to Instagram and things like this, and I see comments of men roasting women, but for things that are very deserving of being roasted for. Okay, if you're on social media showing all your bits in the gym, annoying people, you deserve to get roasted. If you're on social media bragging about how you divorced your husband and took everything and ruined his life, you deserve to get roasted. Okay, a lot of these women who jump on here and start complaining about, oh, men are so mean, men are so this, men are so that. It's actually the women who are in the wrong in a lot of these instances, and the men don't want to deal with you. They don't like you because you've done something wrong, or they don't like you because you're incredibly annoying. People who jump on the internet and say, wow, you know, people just, they dislike me for no reason, and I don't particularly understand, is always absolutely crazy to me. That it even exists. Also, again, notice how this woman is a dating coach or something like this. Like, she's trying to give advice to other women. There are plenty of traditional families out there where not everybody you know, the husband doesn't dislike the wife in every single damn instance. Okay, she's trying to peddle a narrative here that men are just like, we're just these resentful creatures, or at the very least we're resentful for no reason towards all women. Okay, I think a lot of men don't like women who are crazy. I think that's what it really boils down to. If you're not a crazy woman, if you're not entitled, you'll probably go a lot further, and you'll probably receive a lot less criticism from men. So let's continue on to the next clip here. And we have this woman right here who says, the facade of men.
I truly believe this time I am just done dating. I've been divorced for 14 years, and the spaces between dating are getting longer and longer because it's just not worth it. And when I do a cost benefit analysis, I'm just happier by myself than with these men that I keep finding. So I got up in Florida yesterday morning, left a note, got an Uber, booked a plane ticket, and am here back at home with my cats, very happily in cold weather because of what happened on this trip. So I met this guy a few months ago, nice guy, seemingly. He did a lot of parroting on our first date, which fine, I figured he's really nervous. He's 10 years older, good looking, seemed very nice. I am incredibly clear on my dating profile of my beliefs and what I really, I can't do people. I cannot. My dad was that's a different kind of than what a lot of them are now. Anyway.
She's going to sink, Captain. But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
Let me make this real clear. I try my best to keep any kind of politics off this channel. Many things are audited here, but I try to keep it in the confines of relationships between men and women. That is a separate subject altogether. Now, with that said, I find it amazing that this multi-decades post-war queen with her cat followers cuddling up with her is going to get picky over something that trivial that should not even be considered a top requirement. I mean, she said he was a nice guy, and if she traveled down to Florida to see him, that tells me, and just about anyone who watched that part, that he checked several of her boxes. And I'm not talking about a half dozen wine boxes she may have stashed away somewhere. Ladies, I have audited video after video of women dating in their golden years with a requirement list growing longer and longer, as if they believe their experience can be used to fetch a higher quality guy, as they don't want to settle. So what happens when the man you are attracted to straight up doesn't value or care about your experiences? I know none of us know all the details about her experience, but I promise you, my male viewers understood clearly the guy was the higher value one when she said she took off and left a note. Sorry, but women only do that when their guilt rocks them too much not to leave a note behind for a guy who was worth a shot.
I also am adamant about my cats because over the years, there's guys who just do not do cats. So I am who I am. A month in, we traveled together. I have, my daughter is there. He goes there frequently. And before you me, paid for myself. And it's a great way at my age to get to truly know who someone is. Traveling with them, you see how they treat people when you, little things like going to a drive-through, going to a restaurant, whatever. And that went well. It was fine. And we were still getting to know each other. It's different at this age than when you're younger. So we went to meet friends of his the other night, and oh my God, I don't even know who I was with, because suddenly he was this giant person. He who has bragged to me, now I know it was like he said, I voted for Obama. And now I'm looking at it like he was saying that, like, oh, give me a cookie for that.
I'm going to pause the video here, okay? But nobody cares. No, absolutely nobody cares. It's funny to me how these women think that they have, you know, oh, here are all of my standards, and then on top of that, you also have to believe the same things that I do politically. You're not really in a position to be bargaining for these sorts of things, number one. Number two, nobody cares, okay? And it's just hilarious to me how, again, the people that claim to be the most fair and the most just and the most all about equality, maybe not this woman in general, but, you know, a lot of these girls who have this same belief that a man has to believe the same things as I do, they're all about equality. They're all about, you know, everyone deserves an equal chance, all of this nonsense. But as soon as a man has a different political belief than she does, oh, he's just got to be out the door straight away. And if it's such an issue with, you know, for you, if this guy supporting whatever political candidate is a problem for you, then leave. Go back out there, resume in yourself in the dating world, and have fun, madam. It's just very funny to me how women have all of these standards, and you know, it's fine if you want to have your standards. Goodbye. Go back out there, return dating. You'll be totally fine. Happiness is at the end. You can find your Prince Charming.
It's like he said, I voted for Obama, and now I'm looking at it like he was saying that, like, oh, give me a cookie for that. But all of a sudden at this dinner, it was awful.
I am who I am. You're presenting that you're a cat lady collecting cats there. You do understand that, right? I guess the guy wasn't a cat person. I am a bit confused here. She kept praising the guy as acting kosher. He was good and well-mannered, and all of a sudden he became a hulking monster when she met his friends. Okay, none of us were there, but it's become very clear this woman is extremely against a red candidate. Again, I always go with the rule to not mix in politics with dating. Ladies, I don't care how you feel about the subject, you should not base your dates on political preferences, because it should remain a separate category. Also, she is making it clear that she aligns anyone with a certain party as being colorist. Now, ladies, let me take this opportunity to point out the female dating double standards. You see, women always claim they want their man to be open and honest at all times. This guy seemed to be a good guy and didn't hide who he was. I mean, he said he voted for one of her preferred, and she was upset by it. The point is, you ladies don't want a man to be honest. You want men to change to become your idea of a good man, and if a man dares not be 100% what you want, then you take off in the middle of the night, leaving notes and making insulting videos, putting everyone's business on the internet. I wonder why men aren't 100% honest with all of you.
Hey, buddy, let me clue you in.
So for several months, this guy was totally hiding who he truly was. Yuck.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode.
How gross, how desperate. And then I fell for it, which sucks. I think I'm just done even looking. Really, I am just happier by myself than the effort it takes to try and be. There's just not good guys out there.
Okay, then go be by yourself then. If you're happier being alone, you're happier not being with someone who, you know, has a different political belief than you. That's totally fine. I'm all about, guys, I'm all about this equality, all about this free choice, right? You're more than welcome to go out there and stay single and unironically live with your cats. That's totally fine. This is no skin off of men's backs. You get exactly what you want, okay? If you want to go out there and you want to date a whole bunch of bad boys, you can do that. Will they commit to you? Probably not. If you want to go out there and date a guy, that's totally fine, right? You can do whatever it is that you please. But the problem is these women, they do one thing and then they complain about it. They complain about the results. Okay, nobody's forcing you to date men that have a different political belief than you. But what do? You do that and then you cry and you complain about it. Okay, and I do not believe these women when they say, listen, I'm so much happier when I'm single. Like, things are so much better for me. I don't have to worry about this or that. Okay, be single then. Like, dudes are really not trying to pressure you into relationships. This is 2024, madam. You are a strong, independent, liberated woman. And by extension, you are also liberated from relationships. You do not have to be with a man to survive. You can, you know, get government funds or any number of things. Hell, you can probably rack up some simps for some money at this point. You know, knock yourself out. But it's very funny to me how these women complain. And then they're like, well, I'd be better off single. I'm so much happier single. Fine. Go be single with your cats. I'm sure you and your cats will have a great friendship.
For 14 years, I haven't found them. Anyway, so got up yesterday morning, slept in till he left to go golfing, quickly got an Uber, bought myself a plane ticket, flew home, left him a note, wishing you the best, we're not a match. I'm done dating, you guys. Men, it's just like caring for a toddler, kind of the same feeling anymore. It's like they're grown up in their bodies, but their minds never grow up. I don't know. But me and the boys, we're gonna go to the shelter today, and we might get a third friend. We'll see.
Okay, that's my cue to leave. This is what I'm telling you with all of these crazy cat ladies, guys. You think it's a joke when I'm like, well, they start accumulating cats, and I personally am not a fan of cats. But you guys, a lot of you guys think it's a joke when I say that these women are going to get cats. Like, no, they seriously do collect them. They get to their 50s, they get to their 40s, and they can't even get a single man to commit to them. And so they have to start befriending cats. It's incredibly sad considering cats aren't really friends with you anyway. But the absolute desperation here. Well, I'm going to stay single anyway. I'm going to stay single and I'm going to be happy. Isn't this the face of happiness, guys, right here? I mean, just take a look at the screen right now. If you're someone who's only watching through headphones or something like that, maybe you're not looking at the screen. This is the face of allegedly pure happiness. And you know what, guys? I encourage it. Go out there, be happy, be single, do what it is that you wish to do, ladies, because the men do not care anymore. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to go and check out Insolent Audits, by the way, for putting together today's cringe for us to look at. And as always, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.